Hello, my royals! I'm DarkriseKnight. Welcome to the bonus episode of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. In the last episode, we brought peace back to this world. Yay! And here we are in the post game. Don't worry, there's not a lot that's actually going to be happening because the post game is actually pretty short. This isn't like the next game, which is Digimon Story Hacker's Memory, which I will not be covering, which I will not be doing soonish. It'll be a while. But first, to start off this, I want to go over some of the story and kind of resolve some stuff that may have been complicated to understand. Basically, Suedo wanted to evolve humans to the next stage without, the painful stuff. But he found out from us that we're basically more interesting in a sense. And basically reset the world to where the incident that happened 8 years ago never happened. Where we never discovered the digital world. They never made contact with the digital world. None of that happened. And everything just played out how it would have been. And that's how we met Kyoko. And she said, "Oh, you are strangely familiar." In fact, if you play Time Stranger, this also retcons something else. Because there's a character in there who has the last name Kuremi, and also mentions having a daughter. Which, yes, it's very much Kyoko. So he basically fixes everything that went wrong because of what happened. Oh, great. This may need to be paused real quick. Yeah, hold up. Let me fix something real quick. Okay. So as I was saying, Suedo basically causes it so everything that happened 8 years ago never happened. Also rewrites himself out of reality, and that's how everything just continues on. So like I said, we know this from Time Stranger, which kinda takes place after this. Kyoko's father is still around. Also, I do want to mention, Hacker's Memory also comes into this, because our world is also rewritten because of them. Again, we will not get into that. That's for another time. But let's now go around the shops, because those got changed. First off, if you go to Digilab, the shop here. At the start of chapter 20, you can start buying these. The boosting items. But in post-game, you can buy the miracle meat. So if you want to train up some Digimon for Hacker's Memory, because you can trade Digimon. You can put Digimon in between them. This might be a good idea. Again, you got the easy thing of just making a lot of development farms, getting some Chrome Digizoid, selling it off, and then getting that. Next up, coming over to the shop all the way here, they will now start selling you A of HP capsules, spray, and SP capsules and sprays. You also can buy multi-recovery DX from her. And of course, the attachment A from her as well. There's one the... Yeah, this is the one I want. So I don't know if... this one gets fixed or upgraded. By the way, we'll talk about my Digimon later. Cause yeah, they'd help us with the bulk of what's going on in this episode. Well, I guess you get all the special discs. Oh, and she does start selling a lot of the DX barriers as well. So yeah, she does get upgraded. I'm pretty sure I checked her earlier and she did not have that stuff, so. And I believe Eden also got upgraded as well. Go check that out real quick. So I'm pretty sure that one does have some also good stuff in it as well. Come right over here. And the entrance is the one you want. Pretty sure this one got upgraded as well from some stuff. Not really. They just have the highest level of the restraint chips you can use to just decrease Digimon's enhanced stats. If you're like, I want to enhance some more. Because I actually did try to enhance some of my rages stuff and wouldn't allow me to do more. What are we doing? Well, I kinda checked this bulletin board for something, and I didn't see it. Now I have this. This is called Great Challenge 8. This is only acceptable in the post-game. This is the only post-game thing you get. In Hacker's Memory, which is the sequel to this game, or not sequel, more like other side of the game, because it's like two sides. They're like two stories that's running continuously. Because it does answer some questions of like, where did Faye go during the story? And it delves on more of like some other characters and just does a bunch of other stuff. Again, complete edition, you get both games, and I think you get all Digimon from both games without having to unlock them. And there are some improvements, none of which are the improvements that I think should have been there, but Anywho, this, Great Challenge number 8. Actually, can I ask you something? Do you know the Omni Sword? This is the last challenge. Let's start this case. Now, this is why I recommended this is why I started raising up this guy. Now, there is another Digimon you can use for this. Craniummon does work. You just want a Digimon that knows a move that can nullify damage. That is really what you want. And I put her in. Also, if you're wondering why Lotusmon is 78 when she was like 95 last time we saw her, yeah, I got our new move and yeah. Also, the reason why everyone's level 99, we did their great challenges, and for those you just have to fight like a bunch of the Royal Knights. I will say the hardest of those was uh, the one with Jesmon. That one was pretty tough. But this one kind of blows them out of the water. So we have to go to the digital world to battle the last of these guys. And I get to go over some more Royal Knights lore. So, some of you may know from a Digimon movie, which I don't think we got in the States. Maybe we did. It was set during Adventure 2, where it had the return of an old foe, Diaboromon, and it transformed into a Digimon called Armageddonmon. In that, the only way to stop Armageddonmon was with this guy. This is Imperialmon Paladin mode. Duel. Break my illusion. I think only one of these is the true one. The real one will actually take damage. And your job is just to find the real one. Found him. Now, this guy is in a evolved form of Imperialdramon. But you can only get the Imperialdramon evolution if you fight this thing. So yeah. If you want this cool looking Digimon, you have to wait post-game. Not fun, but what you gonna do? Oh no, you're the real one, it's just I have to defeat your illusions. Right, that's... I will say this. This is just it being tamed. Oof. Alright. I'm not really going to worry about healing. I'll only heal if Jesmon is really in a pinch. Oh no. Show me your power. Okay. At this point, start your thing. Do whatever you need to do to make sure whoever is your shielder is perfectly safe. I'm going to do this just to make sure he gets that SP. Here it comes. Or is this not yet? Okay, it's not yet. But at this point, be wary. At this point, my Just One isn't going to do anything. He's going to constantly be doing this. Because I am terrified of this attack. I believe when he gets below half is when he does it. I thought you could defeat this guy before, but no. You just gotta just bring him down. Alright. So I guess to give more context to this guy, because there is more lore to this guy. The Forefather's Sword. This is it. This is where that nullify damage is needed. He takes 0 damage from any attack now. Omni Sword. It can miss. I am shocked. Again, constantly put this up. It nullifies damage. You just need to do this. Nullify this damage until he's done. And here. Back on track. Because I keep getting sidetracked with this guy. This guy is the founder of the Royal Knights. So, that's something, I guess. He found the whole thing and just appointed Alphamon as a 13th member. So, thank you, Justmon, for this. So, you can now just finish on Imperialdramon Paladin mode off. There we go. That was it. Really? There we go. That, you get your reward. That's really it. There's nothing else for you. Right, I have a 9 for this. There we go. Again. I have no idea why that happens. Anywho, with that, you can come in here. And there you go. That is the last of the Great Challenge. A lot of the Great Challenge was just talk to Mirai. She tells you where they are. You go attack. You go fight them. You get the reward. With that, you get the Omni Sword. So, what is it? Believes it in key items. Really? So, it's in your usable items. The Omni Sword. Proof that you completed all trials. So, this is just something that allows you to digivolve your own Imperial Digimon Paladin mode. So, congratulations! And, great. That's really it. Yeah, that's all for the post game. I kind of said it's a lot, but Hacker's Memory kind of does more with the post game. It gives you a whole of the dungeon. And again, Hacker's Memory is going to be a little off into the future. May not even get done. I don't know. That's future. So that's what to worry about. Now, I kind of want to get my thoughts on this game since I felt like what I did at the finale was more like praising Time Stranger since it came out. So, I need to put myself at the time of this game coming out. Both back then and now with the complete edition. Of course. Oh, no, whatever. So, putting myself back in that time, I gotta say that this game blew Dusk Dawn from what I played, and I think like a lot of the other Digimon RPGs out of the water. At least with what we've gotten, and if got the story title back. Because we never got any of the story titles. Well, we kind of did, but they were translated as World. This was, I believe, our first story game that was translated as story. And it did pave the way for what we would eventually be getting, multiple Digimon with different attributes, being that of virus vaccine data. This is annoying me a little bit. Hold up real quick. There we go. And eventually getting special moves. Their signature moves on them, and of course having multiple different elements to them. And having the whole elemental attribute to them. Fortunately, the memory thing happened, which it kind of kept in place for a little bit, but it kind of went away. But again, I really do think this game was pivotal because it did give us a starting point of what we're looking for in a Digimon RPG, I believe. It's one of the games that really shows how far they come when compared to something like Digimon World DS, Digimon World Dust, Digimon World Dawn. Especially since they want to do the Dust comparison since they brought Seiyo over. So I gotta say, a really good Digimon game. Give it a chance. And once you play this or Hacker's Memory, or both, jump on over to Time Stranger and see how well that game has improved the formula as well. And I want to end this off by giving a shout out to our Digimon. I do think some of them really blossomed, and some of them kind of fell by the wayside. Let's start off with Leopardmon here. I think he really helped the team a lot. Especially since he kind of came from a bad decision that I had. Because I was like, oh, I want to try Ground Locomon. But he really just felt like he wasn't working out. So Leopardmon really came in and helped out. And I really think he did his job. So, thank you, Leprechaun. You are amazing. Jesmon. He was only here for Imperial Dramon Paladin mode, but he did his job well, and I was happy he helped out, since I actually really do like his design, so thank you very much. Mirage Galgamon Burst Mode. He, I think, also was one of the ones that are like, yeah, he was one of the originals. I think we really didn't get to see a lot of him because of the whole... Oh, great. But when we did get to see him, I think he performed amazingly. And I'm glad I got to use a new burst mode that I never got to. Lotusmon! I really did enjoy her, but I feel like she kind of got left behind by the others. And that kind of stinks for her. Especially since I did go out of the way to get our new move. And she did work out. She didn't help. She did help. I don't want to say that. She didn't help. She did. It's just, things kind of didn't go great with her. I'm sorry. Even though you were our starter. Hopefully the other starter will do as good of a job, if not better than you. Rage. This boy was solid. He was there for us. And of course, him having the only defense ignoring attack, that made him all the more great. I think this guy was the MVP of the run, and I think it's no question. He was the MVP. So, thank you so much, Rage. Oh, and I guess I shouldn't mention this since I never did. You can actually nickname your Digimon in this. So. Minervamon, you replaced one that was going to be... Yeah, if you guys are curious of what this was originally supposed to be, this was supposed to be a Creepymon, or some of you may know Cubymon. The thing that Lockmon evolves into, if you've seen that Digimon movie. Or the Wendigomon. That thing. That was originally the goal. But then I changed it to King Edamon, but then I looked at his moves and I was like, not really my thing. So I went for Minervamon. And I think she worked out. Again, this is kind of one that's like... There's going to be a few of these that are like, you did good, it's just we didn't use you a lot, you know? That's kind of what I feel for Minervamon. She kind of became a last minute addition, and she kind of just became that. I really hate to say that. I really enjoyed using her when we did use her, but it's just, you know. Shine Greymon Burst Mode. I gotta talk about you with your brother. Not you. Yeah, Gaiamon, the Greymon brothers. Oh gosh, seeing these two be our first Mega, and they were kind of like the last ones to get 99. I enjoyed both of them. Really, I did. It's just... I feel like... They just... With Rage on the team, it kind of took away from every virus's time to shine. And... Really, a lot of vaccines aren't helpful in the late game, because like everything just becomes virus or data. Vaccine or data. The only virus that they really did, that Shine Greymon did anything in, was Crusadermon, and yeah. But I still enjoyed both of them all the same. Vikemon, you were just here to... You know what? You were at least helpful with grinding to get Lotusmon her new move. So I will say that, but all around you were just basically here to unlock a move, and that's really it. You really didn't do much. Glad you were here though, buddy. Durandamon. Again, kind of the... Actually, no, you were like a staple in the early game. So, I gotta keep that in mind. You were a staple in the early game, which you really did help out there. But, again, just after a while, they kind of like fell off. Like, mind you, I remember them pulling a bunch of work in the Parallel World Girl and Destiny chain. It's just, that was their really big time to shine, and they kept doing the same thing over and over again, so like, I'm still happy that I used them. And I'm happy he got used. I mean, how many times do you see anyone using the 20th anniversary Digimon? Yeah, that's what this guy's whole deal was. He was the 20th anniversary Digimon. That's why he had number 20 on his horn. Goldramon. Kind of same with the others, like, you were here, you know, you really didn't get changed that much. Like, everyone kind of pretty much stayed the same, except Leopardmon, he kind of got changed, but like, everyone else pretty much stayed the same, so. Goldramon, I really did enjoy you. I doubt many people have seen this guy, because, like, it's interesting to see that this is, like, the alternate evolution for Seraphimon. Because, like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know his opposite, which is Magnadramon, being Gaudamon's canonical evolution in Adventures, which I don't like that it's Magnadramon. But hey, that's what Digimon decided. But, it was fun using you. Is that it? That is it. Well, I have certainly enjoyed playing Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, and I hope you guys will check out the next series. And if you want a little hint for that, well, cozy up in bed, because it might be time to return to a land of dreams. That's your little hint. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys on the next adventure. Remember to like... I already said that. Bye for now.